Hey, good morning, guys. Good Thursday morning. Coffee Talk Supplemental on my extra free time right now. We can knock these things out. So, some things have happened that we're going to talk about. Ranked Battles is coming out. I want to show you the 3D styles and the 2D styles that you can get for the Highway Rock event. I've got those. I can show you what they look like so you can maybe determine which ones you want to grab out of that event. It's going to finish up here, I think, this next weekend. So, you're probably getting close to being able to choose some of these things. And then the first thing, though, is a little humble brag action here. So I figured out, and I know we've talked about this a little bit, you see that my T150 is 2 marked in there. That's one of the ones, that's the next tank on my 100 battle challenge. I might actually get to a 3 mark on that before I get to 100 battles. But the Hall of Fame, if we go into here, has updated today on the 7th. We got to get through this mess before. So it appears somewhere around the 7th, I guess. I'm going to try to remember next month to figure out exactly what day it updates. It's kind of interesting. Maybe it needs a week of information before it does its dump, but it did update today. You can see that my A43, which I recently finished, I would have to play 8 more battles, but at 58-12 would put me at number 1 if I were able to keep that the whole time. The Crusader needs 11 more battles. Looks like it is near the top, 5,900. So that's near the top, maybe 3rd or so, if I was able to maintain that for another 11 battles. I'm probably not going to do either one of those for 8 or 11 because they're both at 100, but you can see that I'm at 59.68 in the T150, which will put me well in the lead. I've had 2 games today, which were pretty good, so far so good. Of the next 20, I'm averaging 2,300 damage in 3 games, actually 3 games. So that's actually pretty good. That's a 6,072, so that's for the moment going to even increase that more, but I need 17 more games to get to there. The artilleries, I'm almost done. I finished the GW Tiger P. 4041 would have me in the top 10, I think. 4041, well, number 3 at the moment. Of course, all of these tanks would require more battles, and quite a few in the case of these two, so that's only after 9 battles because you need 30. The Su-14 I'm still working on. That puts me 5,000 something, somewhere in the top 3. If I'm able to maintain that. This one needs 21 battles. I don't think I'm going to quite get there because I believe that I'm pretty close to being done with that one. It's over here. And we're looking at 19 more battles, so let's see. That would only require me to get 2 more battles into it. So I might try that, just see where I end up with the Su-14 after 30 battles in July. So quick update on that, pretty cool. Like I said, I might get to 3 mark on the T150, and I'm sitting at 85.05, and I need 11 more battles to get to 100. That might be a bit of a stretch, but we'll see what happens. Be interesting to see if I can get number 1 on that for July. 30 battles or more. Another reason I want to bring that up, you notice that a couple of those were some Tier 7 and Tier 6 battles. As I do more and more of the replay analysis, helping people out, if you are a newer to kind of 50% player, I'm going to highly recommend that you play a bit of Tier 6 and 7. Because what I've found out at my skill level, it's quite easy for me. So as it's a bit of seal clubbing, to be quite honest. But really, when I get to 8, that's kind of where I top out. And then my Tier 9 and 10 battles, and eventually I'm going to get to that, are not that great as compared to the rest of them. So that's where the higher competition is. But for you guys that are intermediate to just starting to get good, spend some time at Tier 6 and 7. I think Tier 6, especially because of the extra hit points that are out there, you're going to be able to last a little bit longer and learn a little bit more about the battle and start learning about that mid to late game gameplay, what it takes to actually to win those tight battles, the ones that are close, the ones that make the difference between a 51% and 50% player, that one battle out of 100 that you had a chance to win but weren't able to win it. So just have a think about that. So the next thing I wanted to talk about are the 3D styles and the 2D styles. The first thing I want to show you are the 2D styles that you can get. The first one is a low effort kind of thing on Wargaming. It's their Wargaming Fest camo from 2018. Yeah, okay. Congratulations, I guess. You put a new camo in the game, but that's what that looks like right there. Pretty cool. Songkran right here, which is very psychedelic. Look at that thing. So this is actually a all-season style New Year's Day in Thailand inspired. Usually celebrated April 13th through the 15th. Traditional pouring of water. I don't know if this has existed before or not, to be honest, but that is the style you can get. And then there's Sakura Storm, which is Japanese, I believe, or Japanese inspired. The sakura flowers, so the blooming at the end of March in Japan, and a national symbol of Japan. The Japanese celebrate this time of year with hanami parties by viewing the blossoms. So it's pretty. That one's actually pretty cool, right there. You gotta like that. And then this one's just very psychedelic. Put it on the old Tiger too. So those are the 3 different 2D camos you can get. Let's take a look at the 3D. All right, for the 2D styles, remember you had to finish a car. You had to finish a car to get the 2D style, either the nerd, the preps, or the greasers. Greasers for the low effort fire one, preps for the psychedelic, and nerds for the purple one. And then you get the 3D styles, which are the grand prizes. Once you unlock that stuff, you are able to get into the Galahad, Tramonta, or Hell style, 3D styles, all right? So this is the Hell 3D style. It's for the 103 Bravo. You can see it's got a little machine gun on top, some extra camo, wow, those are crazy. All the all the logs everyone else carries are nice and straight and thick, and it looks like the Swedish just cut down some twigs or something and put it on the side. that was very strange. And then some extra planks here as well, so not a bad style, looks pretty good. All right, the next one then is the Tramonta, which is for the EBR 105, which is not that tank, since I find it. Where'd it go? Let's slide over this way and try to find the EBR. There we go. So it's got what looks like a great big machine gun, but it's a smaller tank on top. Some extra goodies on the back, carrying some petrol, canvas, people's backpacks, some extra camo rolled up on the side right there. Some stuff actually up in the front. So I don't think that's actually on the standard one. So it looks like it's got a winch, towing winch up front there. And nearly every one of these 3D styles adds a big spotlight of some kind, because you haven't even seen nothing yet. You ready for a big spotlight? That's a small spotlight. The other one then is Galahad, and that is for the chute barn. The ship barn, there it is. See, I told you, one massive monocle right there. Actually, that's kind of what that looks like, doesn't it? The English gentleman with his monocle. Extra camo on it, some extra gas cans, some supplies strapped down to the back. This was funny to me. I'm not really sure what's going on with this machine gun up here. It looks like they built themselves a little sniper's machine gun nest, but I'm not really sure where the guy's supposed to sit. I guess he sits up here, and then he's exposed or something. I was looking for the hatch where somebody would come out and shoot that. It's just a machine gun propped up on top of it for some bizarre reason. I don't know. So it's just got some extra goodies on it, and those are the 3D styles right there. Those are each going to be 200 miles once you finish the other miles in there. And there's some other goodies, like I said, on Sunday, ×5s, 3 days of watt, some personal reserves, and these styles. Looks like, and I didn't notice this, you can buy another style of the Songkran, Sakura, or Wargaming Fest for 100 miles. So once you get the one for unlocking the whole car, looks like you can also then, if you would like that style, get another version of it, or another one of it, another copy of it, for, it's not 150 miles or bad, it is actually for 100 miles. So the 2D one's for 100 miles, the 3D one's for 200 miles. Very cool. All right, let's take a look now at ranked battles, because there's some other news going on in here about the Bond store. All right, Wargaming has put out the article on ranked battles. So the first of the 3 ranked battles for the 2020-21 season has been announced, and is going to start Monday, July 13th, so this coming 13th. That's going to be a bit of a bummer, because I'm going to be out of town for that week, so that's really going to crimp my style in being able to do this. I was just about to say I might do it this time, but then I realized I'm actually going to be on vacation for that time, so that's going to probably crush my efforts. We'll see. See if I can get some of it done. Maybe I'll take my laptop and play some. Be a perfect opportunity maybe just to play Artie. Revamped the progression system. They actually made it slightly less on the number of levels that you can get to. There's Division 1, 2, and 3. There's also the qualifying division, or the qualifying things that you've got to do. And you're going to get a coin for the qualifying in each one of these. And then there's a gold division you can get a coin for. And I think the total is, let's see, 3, 4, 5 coins Unless sprinters get an extra. It seemed to indicate it did, but when I watched the video, it didn't show the extra coin. So people who get there first, there might actually be an extra coin in there for the sprinters as well. Looks like the total you need to get the top prize is 15 coins. So it's going to be getting all the way to the Gold League for 3 times in a row. All right, for all three of the events. All right. The permanent ranks are for Division 1 and 2, rank 5, for Division 3, rank 4 and 7, and then there's shielded ranks at 8 and 8 on both Division 1 and 2, which means you won't immediately drop. You can, I think, lose one in there and not drop, or lose a chevron and not drop a chevron. But whatever, it's protected. It's not permanent, it just slows your drop down. Bonus battles and daily battles, they've changed that around. I'm not going to get into that too much, but you can get, there are missions to where you can get some daily bonus battles or extra bonus battles. All right. Daily battle missions for different vehicle roles will become available as soon as you qualify for a league. In total, there are 3 missions. Their conditions will reset daily. Feel free to complete them at your convenience. These special missions will reward you with bonds and daily bonus missions. All right. So that's pretty cool. You'll get the daily bonus mission and you'll get some bonds. Here's what you get right here. 25 bonds, 1 daily bonus battle for doing light attack. You get into the top 5 using a light attack vehicle. This is that whole roll thing. Don't understate my power. Deal at least 3,500 using a heavy destroyer and earn at least 150 roll XP when using a defender. You have to look at the rolls and everything. Okay, so here's the cool news. You can actually get the Kampfpanzer 50T out of this thing, okay? And you can get it for bonds, and you can get discounts on it for bonds. Pretty cool. There's also the 3DStyle for the Progetto that you can get for bonds and have that discounted as well. So the discounts work thusly. Reach 2nd Division, access to ranked battles. Reach 1st Division, 500 discount. Enter a league, 500 bonds at discount. So you've got to reach the 2nd Division. Play at least 20 battles in leagues and get the top 10, and you can see all the discounts. So by playing the league and getting into the top 10 of your team, you can get additional discounts of 1,000 or 1,500 bonds, depending on the number. Discount can reach up to 6,000 bonds for the first season. So you can get 6,000 bonds off of the Kampfpanzer 50T. That's a Tier 9 reward tank. Now here's the interesting thing, because the plot thickens. When we get down to the new bond shop, at least as of right now, what they're advertising is it's only Tier 8s. Boo. No Tier 10s for bonds that I see here. Whether that changes later in the season, I don't know. Whether the next rank battles, they change out the bond shop again. I don't know if it's tied to that necessarily. It is in this case. So you've got the IS-5, the KV-4, the IS-6B, okay, Patton, KR, and Chrysler KGF. Really, the only one I'm very interested in is IS-5 and slightly the KV-4, but those are both 10,000. You can see I've only got 16,900 bonds. In addition to that, I would like, obviously, to get the Kampfpanzer 50T, so I'll prioritize that. So when you reach the 2nd Division, you'll be able to get your hands on 2 new exclusive items. So you have to get the 2nd Division, and then it will unlock this for bonds. Then you can continue to do some things and get some discounts on that. So as you get to the end of ranked, then you're going to make those decisions on whether you want to buy those things or not. And it goes to August 3rd. So that's actually not bad. I guess that first week for me, it won't completely crush me. It's going to go for 1, 2, 3 weeks. All right, so I'll be able to come back to it later potentially. Clearly will not be a sprinter if I miss that much time. All right. So a Tier 9, the Kampfpanzer, will be unlocked for bonds. That's cool. I like that. The bond shop will be changed to these. I'm assuming it's switching out and the others won't be available, but it doesn't really say that. You'll be able to get your hands on a number of valuable goodies, so I don't know. New items for bonds. That doesn't indicate that the others are going away. I'll ask the question and see if I can get the answer. Then it talks a bit about what you can't use. Very interesting. Here's the list of tanks you cannot use. We've talked about this multiple times. It's always the mallet and not the scalpel with wargaming. The problem is this, and this, and this to a smaller extent. Maybe this a little bit, but not really. It's really only 2 tanks that are a problem, but they've wiped out all of these relatively, and some of them are popular. The M60 is popular, I enjoy that. The 121 Bravo, I enjoy that. But here you go. You can't use any of the reward tanks. I hate to say it, but at this point it is what it is. So now the rewards for just ranked battles, there's 1,000,000 credits for qualification, 1.25 million for Division 3, and some bonds, consumables, a little bit of gold, directives, other goodies. 1.5 million, 2,600 bonds. So let's count these bonds up for a second. And there's also bonds for these missions, so there's a lot of bonds to be had. But just the gross amounts here is 22, 48, math in public, 82, 8,200 bonds. That's quite a bit. That's a nice chunk if you get to Division 1. And that will certainly come very close to buying one of those Tier 8 tanks, or having a nice chunk of bonds to get a Tier 8 tank and maybe the 50T, depending on how many bonds you have saved up. So pretty good goodies. And gold-wise, you can end up with, I don't know what, 2,500 or so gold. Nice little chunk for if you're a free-to-play to remove equipment and such, so you don't have to destroy it. There are some styles. Okay, there they are. Some styles if you want. And then for the Grande prize, so you're getting the coins I talked about at the very beginning. I believe there are 5 coins, at least from what I can count. Maybe 6. I don't know if Sprinters, if there's an extra coin in there. The video didn't seem to indicate that, so I'm going to go with 5 per season, which means you would have to be, no kidding, to the Gold League 3 times to get the 15, to get the top prize. But here's the good news. You only need 9 to get the Concept 1B. The Concept 1B is this guy, which is the new Tier 9 reward heavy tank, American heavy tank. There she is. Look at that. Kind of oscillating-ish turret. Maybe not really. I guess it doesn't oscillate, does it? Looks like it does, but it doesn't. Very thin turret. Where's a front view of this? Yeah, look how thin that turret is. Is there just a pure front view on this thing? It's very interesting, actually. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's not pure front. You can see how narrow that front turret is, or the front of the turret is. God, this thing is hard to deal with. All right. Almost has a bit of a shape like the T-28 Concept TD, but of course the turret does move. See how narrow and thin that turret is. So pretty cool. So that's a good thing. You only have to get the 9 coins. All right. So really, you only need to get 3 coins. So you need to get to Division. They've numbered the divisions backwards, haven't they? Oh my God. All right. So Division 3 is a lower division than Division 1. So you really only need to get to Division 2 3 times. That should give you 3 coins. 1 for qualifying, 1 for Division 3, and 1 for Division 2. That's 3 coins each time for 9 coins, which will let you get a hold of the Tier 9 reward. I think that's actually fairly doable. Now, you're certainly going to be playing a lot of ranked. I'm going to try it this time, because without all of the reward tanks in there, we'll see. There was no mention that I noted in here of changing the role experience, so my assumption is already is still as easy as it ever was. I may test that out a little bit, especially that first week while I'm on leave. But I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on with all that stuff. All right, that's pretty much it for the coffee talk. I'm having a nice coffee. Going to go do some more videos. I'll leave you with the nice rotating 2-marked T150 Seal Clubber. That's none of my business. I guess it is my business because I'm doing it right. Have a good rest of your Thursday. That's all I've got for today. See you later. Good luck with getting all the goodies.